Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play the Occult Chronicles. When we last left off, Doctor Who finished with the mansion. Or rather, he's considered enough of it explored. He's gained enough experience and his statistics are high enough with some great equipment, enough for us to come down here into the basement. We're going to do a once-over, give you a quick synopsis of what I'm worried about, and then we're good to go. Doctor Who is a armed arsenal. He has a bunch of weapons and combat spells on him, and he's willing to use them. Various types of melee weapons you can see, and the shotgun and Luger give him a great amount of firepower, as do some of the edges and arcana cards that we possess. He has an incredible 12 swords when it comes to combat. We have 6 cups, which is going to make traps tricky down here. We would like to see that up to 8. So, of all the things we're going to be encountering, traps will be tricky. Hopefully we have enough evade edges and or heroic feats to help us win the day against them. We're also very good when it comes to our brain power with 8 wands and 8 pentacles. So we'll cast some spells when we need to and hopefully survive the horror challenges down here. What else should we mention before we get going? We have 10 Arcana cards, with at least, I think, 3 of them, ones I'm willing to spend immediately if things look even remotely bad, rather than risk taking a loss, and thus drawing some pretty awful cards as a consequence. You'll see us use our talismans now too, risking losing swords whenever we pick one of these ones, but we can't afford to take wounds, or at least not more than 1 wound or impairment when we're down here, given that we have the High Priest as an Arcana card, which will remove them. Hopefully Merlin's cap will assist us in avoiding at least impairments, should we get a few of those. We have too many edges to mention, and way too many to go over. We have all the bones for our statistics. Only 3 clue tokens, but we'll hopefully get down there without too much trouble and won't find it too difficult to complete. No quests remain. And we're almost done leveling our character. In fact, we can't even really take another heroic feat because we don't have inventory space in our cups inventory to take one. We'd have to drop something from it, and I don't think I want to do that, or at least not at this moment. So, there you have it. For concerns, the one thing I am very worried about down here, the one thing that can still end us very easily, are pits. I normally am thrilled, or actually I am thrilled, not normally thrilled, I'm always thrilled in this game, to find rope, because it makes pit challenges much easier to get past. We don't have any rope, and at 6 cups, it's going to be tricky to climb downstairs. So, climb downstairs, to climb down pits, or travel down and up trap doors. So, that's my largest concern down here. Plus how much time we have. But we do have 6 tokens worth of time to find the final room. And as usual, once we get downstairs, I'm going to be using that crystal ball to put it on the map. Assuming we still have the crystal ball and haven't lost it due to something which occurs here. Alright, now with all that said, let's get started. Suddenly, without warning, the wall next to you collapses in your direction. Well, you trust in your instincts and quick reflexes to help you dodge the onrushing wave of debris. So, we've got some face cards from 3 different suits. We drew a 9 of cups, we'll play our queen, and win the challenge. We also had 1 point because we had an ace, and we have justice as an arcana card. We can win Aura of Luck from these traps, so we definitely want to get at least 6 points over the target number to draw 7 cards, and we won. You spin and roll away to safety. Were we leveling anything? A ranged edge. Let's grab another one. What is this? Whenever a ranged weapon special ability is used, X is added to the bump up applied to any non-face hand card Non-face hand cards. So this is not what we want. We want something that is played cards. Whenever a range ability, special ability X is added to the bump down. Nope, that's bump down. Bump up value applied to any non-face played cards. We want Lucky Shot, as our guns want that. I guess we're going to take another... Oh, I think I'm done even taking edges, viewer. I think we're done. We're going to hold on to the rest of the experience points. I am nervous we might end up getting the script error if I have too many edges. So we are done. Now remember, something about this place. This is very different than the mansion. Most of this will be a series of hallways, and most of those lead to dead ends. There's a great deal of running back the way you came down here in the basement. The traps down here are nasty as well, and there are many of them. And the monsters down here are also much more difficult than anything we've seen before in the mansion. So hopefully our character will be able to get through this. There could be a secret door here that we missed if I don't walk up one more spot, but I'm not going to do that. I will hope that we just find secret doors upon walking into the room. An abomination of Luzguluth. Okay, really quick about these creatures. For the abominations, I will read this text. Well, actually, I guess we should read this. I'm sorry, viewer. You see movement out of the corner of your eye, up on the ceiling. You turn to face it, and it freezes you dead in your tracks. A creature from some drug-addled nightmare hangs from the ceiling, silently observing you. You stand facing it, and suddenly it begins to chew on something, and then spits out a gob of bones covered in green bile. They land at your feet with a rattling noise. You can feel an unearthly presence that accompanies this strange monster. An aura of elder magic radiates from the creature, and you are very afraid. You look down at the bones and recognize a human skull, freshly stripped from all its flesh. The thought crosses your mind that you could soon end up the same way. Well, we have a great hand, so at least we'll be ready to meet the challenge ahead of us. Because we won't fail this horror check. You remember stories told by your instructors of creatures that visited our dimension from those ruled by elder gods. This just might be what you're facing here. Okay, so I will read this text once, and then for all the abominations, I will not read any other text of when we reach this particular part of encountering an abomination. It's all the same. The only thing that's different is the name of the god. And I just don't want to read the same paragraphs over and over again, because we're likely to see multiple types of abominations down here. You have heard about creatures such as this one. They are called abominations, and this one in particular belongs to Luzguluth the Blind, an elder god of tremendous power. There must be a pocket dimension containing an altar nearby. Once sanctified to Luzguluth the Blind, the altar will periodically spit one of these things out. You remind yourself to be very careful. These creatures are empowered by dark elder magic, and are exceptionally lethal. Well, we can rip it from the ceiling and stomp on its face rather easily. Fleeing is actually kind of tricky. We can also shoot it. I think we'll just beat it up to start. These creatures are incarnations of an elder god's very will, but since they must take some form in our dimension, they can be physically hurt or destroyed. It's not an easy task, but it can be done. Okay, these are all played cards, right? Yep, these are played cards. Alright, so our first abomination, we have one face card in our hand, a Knight of Swords, but high number cards as well. Let's hope we can play them. 4 of Cups. We have a 5 of Cups. 9 of Cups. We can play the 8, and then we can use our Ceremonial Dagger. Oh, on a random non-face played card. Alright. Let's flip over another card. Okay, so if I'm going to use the dagger, this is the time to do it. Because it's a random face card, we might target the 5, which we don't want. We want to target the 8 with this. So let's see what we get. If I play the 9, that's another card added that we've played, and yet another pick that the Ceremonial Dagger might choose. So this is the best chance we have of getting it to pick the thing we want. It did not. It picked the 5. Okay, so then we will play the Machete. Target the 8. It doesn't really matter. We'll play the... Actually, it does matter, because a Bone of Swords can give us... Actually, that doesn't matter? I don't think so. No, it doesn't matter. Alright, so we leveled that to 10, which lets us take that trick, and now we've won the challenge. Take the 3 with our 5, take the 7 with our Knight, and we win. The large mouth spits out a jet of green bile, and the monster falls to the ground. Then the entire creature evaporates into a brown mist. You have no doubt sent it back to its creator. Courage is a common reward you get from these things. Yeah, we are lucky to fill out all of our powers right now. And we just did. I'm going to save the game really quick. I don't want to lose all that courage if we get a script error. Alright. Heads up again, viewer, I am not saving any backups of this. So, in the past I have, mostly because of script errors, but this time I'm not. So if a script error kills our run completely, well, that's it. I'll be back at the intro to tell you. But also, if we run out of time, we don't get a chance to see where the ending was, as I often like to do. Not this time. A clue. You find an entire piece of clothing that is shredded and covered in a glowing green liquid. It looks like a spacesuit that you would see in a Buck Rogers comic strip. It can't possibly be real. Well, we've actually fought members of this crew. So yeah, we know it's real. We're looking for question marks, because that will be a altar, if I recall correctly. And we would like to destroy the altars so we stop getting abominations down here. Or, of course, find the way down, in which case we don't care anymore. These aliens can't breathe our air without a respirator. That puts a limit on their ability to patrol outside their saucer. A positive story token. All challenges that involve swords as a primary suit receive a +1 modifier to number of cards drawn. Oh, this is the opposite of what we had just recently drawn. Well, the story icon is like that. Yeah, we were losing 1. Now we gain 1. That'll make combats even easier. What is this room? Look at this. That looks like some sort of giant creature there. But it's probably just rocks. I can't remember seeing this room before, viewer. I'll avoid going in there at the moment. Okay, let's see what this is. Where are we? Ah, this is the torturer, I have no doubt. Let's just kill him. You hear the screams before you even see him. Suddenly from out of the gloom, a demented little man wielding a bloody butcher's knife materializes with that look on his face that you've seen before. You have interrupted his fun, and now he's intent on having you join the party. You decide that you can show the twisted little freak a thing or two about fun. We have 2 kings. That's all the face cards, but that's all we'll need, assuming we get a suit up here that matches. Well, actually, we need 1 more card taken. Okay, we'll play the 8 on the 10, and then we'll use our Ceremonial Dagger to get 6 more points, and that lets us take that trick. Then we can take the 7. We can put the 5 on the 7 and use our Machete to take that trick. Take the ace with our 3. Take the 6. We're about to end this combat. We'll take the 6 with our king. That king can take our 8, and we take that 2 with our king. All right, so we would have won anyway without using our weapons, but I like getting used to using them. The demented sadist twitches on the floor, having some quality time with his own butcher's knife. You move towards what sounds like soft whimpering, interspread with sporadic gagging, as if someone was choking on something. Stretched out on a table is a man who seems to have undergone a horrible vivisection. You have never seen someone still alive, while most of their internal organs have been removed. Horror check. Wow, look at all the flippin' wands cards we have. Is there another wands card up here? How many do we have in our hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? That's like half the cards in the wands deck. There might not be another wands card. I'm gonna play the queen, which was our only face card. We have no pentacles. We have a swords card of some sort. We win the challenge. And indeed, there was no other wands card up there. You've broken into more than one chamber of horrors since joining the Odd. You add a human victim strapped to some type of torture rack. Surgical instruments are laid out on a nearby table. Attached to the victim's face is a large spiked metal helmet, whose sole purpose seems to be to inflict pain. You can hear the victim weeping softly. He must be in an immense amount of pain. You listen carefully and believe you can hear him saying, "Kill me." You wonder if you can find out some useful information from the victim. He obviously won't be living much longer, but he might be helpful. Persuasion check? It's better than actually the mercy kill, so we'll try. We get 2 kings, a page, and a knight, so we will likely win this encounter. We'll play the 3 on the 2 here, and hold on to the King of Cups in hopes there's another Cups card up here that's a better target for it. I will take this 5 with the knight, so we're closer to winning. And there was a better card. We get to play the king on the 9, and we win the challenge. This king takes their knight. You hold the victim's hand and whisper softly to him. He seems to understand what it is that you seek, and he tells you where you can find it. Did we get like a quest from that? I don't think I've ever done that. I do not see anything up here that would hint that we gained something from him other than the rewards we just earned. Okay, no secret doors in that area. One of these rooms often has a secret door or a pit in it. I think we'll now go back to this giant room and see what on earth this is about. Oh, I thought this was like a wall or something here. Okay, it's just a giant, some sort of... What is... It's... I can't make out what this is down here. Looks like some sort of padded floor, as if some sort of fighting would happen here, like some sort of combat ring. A locked door. Oh, let's go that way. You are suddenly face to face with a terrifying winged creature. This appeared without warning and now hovers directly in front of you. A soft droning sound of wings being flapped vigorously engulfs you. You can't believe what you are actually seeing. The thing seems to blur and shift in appearance before your very eyes. It's a creature straight out of some child's nightmare. You can feel an eldritch taint emanating from it, and that alarms you to no end. You struggle to stay calm as the adrenaline rush shoots through your nervous system. This creature is not from this dimension, and it looks hungry. Whether it wants to feast on your spirit or your flesh, you aren't sure at this point. We have a King of Cups, King of Pentacles, so we're not likely to fail this horror challenge. We have no wands cards, though. Take that knight with the king, and we win the challenge. We'll take that through with the king. Good thing we did. You stare at the creature down, refusing to give in to panic. It seems to want to invoke in you. A stalking horror. A creature from the Dreamlands. You can't say whether it was summoned here by a sorcerer or simply slipped through an open gate into this dimension, but you have a big problem on your hands. You remember the briefings. These creatures will feed off your emotions, especially fear and pain, but they won't mind tearing your body apart to ring the dinner bell. Once again, our flee chances are awful compared to actually just standing and fighting. So I guess we stand and fight. So much for fleeing. A famous man once said that the best defense was a good offense. It's time to put that adage to the test. To be fair, we do have like plus, what, 6 swords or something like that just recently in the last 2 episodes. Or we would have been probably running for most of these. Yeah, this would have been target 13, draw 6 or something. That would have been a lot more difficult than just running from these creatures. 2 queens and a knight. Start flipping. Alright, well, we place the 8 on the 9. Use our ceremonial dagger. And gives us 1 point, which is enough to take the 9. We can take that ace with our 4. Take that knight with our queen. And we win. You unleash a series of devastating attacks on the creature. It seems confused at first, but then fights back with a vengeance. But it's too late. And its carcass soon lies on the ground, convulsing with a series of wing flaps like it wants to fly away. There isn't too much humor down here, either. The mansion had a bit of it, with lots of like little puns or nods to pop culture. Down here, there's very little of that. It gets a lot more serious when you enter the basement. You see a large wooden door all boarded up with planks and heavy nails. Getting through this is going to require some hard, sweaty work. After examining the situation a little closer, you realize you might be able to pry a few of the boards off and smash your way through the other side. Lock, reinforced door, physical test. 666 for us because of cups. Let's try it. Then we have a toolkit here that can be used on locks, right? Yes. Roll 1 bone and then select 1 revealed non-face trick card and bump its card value down -X. Okay. Well, that sucks. There goes our queen to the king. But we can take that 3 with our king and win. So let's do it. And that's all we can do. That wasn't so hard. The way now lies open. That was actually really hard. We had 1 card we could play game. We kind of got lucky there. You take a few steps and feel a strange sensation beneath your feet. The floor feels like it's made out of a soft foam-like material. That's weird, you think. Before your brain can solve the puzzle, the floor moves beneath your feet and leaps into the air in all 4 directions around you. The mouth that appears on the floor rising to meet you is a dead giveaway that something is very wrong. The shock of your impending smothering embrace races up your spine. We do have 2 kings, so we're not likely to fail this. I'll play the knight. A 6, we have to play the queen there. A 5, well, it's over. I guess we'll hold on to our face cards for swords for a little longer. Play the king. We've won. You have been ambushed by stranger things than this. Yeah, we got the green slime up above. I don't know if that's considered stranger, though. As strange? A lurking trapper! You thought the stories that the old-timers used to tell about things that swoop up on you in the night were just meant to scare new recruits. How wrong you were. You remember some of the details and that might just save your life. If you can't win free or kill this thing, it will wrap you up and eat you. We got 13 draws, so we are not running. We are, What is this? I never actually stopped to look at this answer. I'm always fighting this creature. I'm going to read an option that we're not going to pick. This is fleeing it. You can hear that weird old instructor in Trap Evasion 101 shouting in your head, "It's a trap!" What was his name again? Akbar something or another. It's time to run. So there is some humor down here. 7713. Or with our gun, it's 588. That's interesting. 1 less, was it? 2 higher target number. 1 less trick, but 5 more card draw. I think we'll fight it. Sure, it's the bigger than your living room. It's the bigger than your living room floor, and it's a lot more teeth, but you've always had a knack for wiping the floor with your enemies. In this case, the floor is our enemy, huh? A king? A knight and a page. Unfortunately, the king is part of pentacles, and we have a bunch of those, which means the odds of us growing our pentacles is not as high as I would like it to be. 6 of wands. We can play the page. A 3 of cups. If we play our 9, we win the challenge. We'll do that. 2 of swords. I'm gonna play, well, we have to play our ace. Let's see if we target it with our dagger. We might target the 9 instead. And we did target the 9. So now we'll use our machete on the sword. And let's just win. A 7. We have our ace. Oh, we had 2 aces, huh? So we got 2 free points out of that. Oh, nice. Take the 10 with our knight, and we win. You won the battle. The creature won't be having any snacks for a while. Well, never, actually. Oh, question mark. That's an altar. We would like to I want to get rid of it. A dead odd agent. You see a body lying on the floor. You recognize the standard issue trench coat and hat almost immediately. It looks like you weren't the only one that HQ sent on this suicide mission. You decide to search the body and try to figure out who bought the farm. You figure you owe any comrade that much. You might even find some clues. A 6 and a 9 of swords. We only have a 3 of swords, so we can't really do anything about that. We only have a page, and we have an okay hand draw for numbered cards, so this is not probably going to go very well. We don't have really anything that can be used here. We can use Flash of Genius, but I don't see a face card, so and we got 1 ace in our hand because I see 1 point. Let's just start flipping. A knight. Well, there goes one of our better cards. A 7's gone. A page. There goes one of our aces. An 8. There goes a 3. A 3. So we're losing. Let's play a page. A page. We can't do anything about that. And a knight. So we lost. He's been dead for some time, and the decomposition has puffed him up like something like a fish. You can't find anything useful, and he stinks like rotten seafood. Well, there's a door down there. Oh, there's a door right next to us, too. Oh, I thought we were at the edge of the map. We are not at the edge. Let's go this way. Big dead-end room. Let's walk in to the center of the room. Okay, there's no secret doors that we see. The altar of Lizgluth the Blind. Suddenly, you notice the air around you begin to shimmer. You've entered some strange type of dimensional gate, and you begin to feel a little dizzy. As you fight to balance yourself, the shimmer clears ahead of you, and you are confronted with a huge stone hand holding what appears to be a living stone eyeball. The eye fixes on you. Based on your studies in the odd archives, you guess that the edifice is an altar of some sort. You seem to have stumbled upon a pocket dimension that serves as a temple to Lizgluth the Blind, an elder god of immense power. You can feel an evil presence emanating from the odd sculptor. It's a sentient, malevolent force that is seeking to overwhelm your psychic defenses. Your thoughts begin to cloud, and the darkness in your head threatens to drive you over the edge to complete insanity. You're confronted by the malevolent will of Lizgluth the Blind, and it threatens to crush your very soul. You must fight to keep your sanity. Looks like we will do so. We drew a king. We still haven't won, even though we had a king and an ace in our hand. We still need to win another card, and we just did. We had 2 queens in our hand, too, apparently. I'll hold on to our Queen of Pentacles and hope we can play her a little later. We can, but not a better target card. Use a meditational technique taught to you by a blind Sufi holy man, a fakir, who you saved from bandits in India. I hope I got that right. You stare at the eye, and with each second your thoughts grow more clouded. You try and look away, but each time your gaze is brought back to the stone eye. You realize that you must act quickly or your mind will be enshrouded in darkness, and you will soon end up a stone statue. Well, we can desecrate the altar. It's the best chance we got. No, actually, shotgunning it is the best chance we got, with a 3 target, 8 tricks, 8 draw. We have 4 targets, 6 tricks, and 12 draw. I think we'll shotgun. The single tap or double tap. It's all the same, really. Don't worry about aiming all that much, and just stay focused and go for the center of mass. It's only 1 bullet to fire this, thanks to one of our edges. We get 1 point because we have 1 ace. We have a queen, a page, and a knight, all from different suits. Well, we drew the page of wands, we play the queen of wands, and we win the challenge. We'll play the 6 on the 10, and then we'll use the machete on that one. Exactly what we needed. Play the ace on the 6. I guess we'll use the dagger and hope it targets the ace, but then we also hope for a high number. Not a high number, and it targeted the 10, so it didn't matter. To a 5, we'll play the 8. Maybe we can use the knight up ahead. We can, but not a better card. That was a better card. How about that? We win. You managed to tip the altar over and crack off a large section of the face. You briefly sense despair turning into anger, but with a sudden snap, the connection to Lizgoth the Blind is broken. The air begins to shimmer rapidly, and you move quickly to leave the pocket dimension before it collapses. The Moon. Gain a random psychic talent after this card is used to take a trick. And more courage. I don't think we even need the courage. We do not, so we should be using Flash of Genius even when I don't think we'll guess correctly. Should still use it. Alright, so we're done in this place. That should stop any other abominations of Lizgoth the Blind from showing up, but that doesn't mean that there isn't one already present on the map. I'm hoping there isn't one. Without any warning, you bump into a group of cultists. At least that's what you think at first because of the distinctive robes that they are all wearing. But then you notice their faces as they emerge from the darkness. You observe the scaled faces and long forked tongues flittering out of their mouths, and the horror strikes you. Serpent people! These are aliens in XCOM, right? The original XCOM game. You feel a rush of adrenaline surge through your body as you recognize these deadly creatures. You fight down the urge to panic. I mentioned only because we're doing the thing with aliens in it. Maybe these are also in cahoots with the aliens we're trying to take off. Huge arc full of different aliens. Queen of Cups, you take our 2. We have a Pentacles card. Let's play the Knight. The odds of the patronage up here is slim to none. We have our 3, Miss Queen. That king can take our 3. We take that 4, we win the challenge. Serpent people, frog spawn, ratmen, it's all the same to you, and they all die the same way as well. Not quite all the same way. Some would have been nuked with magic. Not good. Oh, Yigsoth. Yig is a, that's a H.P. Lovecraft creature. It was mentioned somewhere once, I think. Not good. By that I mean one of his stories, but I don't think anyone actually fights that ancient god. You are confronted with a small patrol of serpent cultists. They are devoted to their god Yigsoth, the Cold-Blooded. That's a great name. They are probably looking for sacrifices for their altars. Nearby should be a serpent high priest. If you can kill it, you should be able to make things a lot easier for completing your mission. This is similar to the altar, so... Well, we're gonna beat you up. This is a group of them, and they might have a sorcerer among them. You decide that you still like the odds, and advance to attack. Ooh, not a good hand. A Page of Wands? Not a good hand. Lots of 2s. No aces. 7 to start. Let's take it with a 9. King of Cups. Take our 2. Our only Cups card. A 7. I'm gonna play our... Sorry, an 8 of Wands. I'll play our 7, and we'll see if the dagger targets it. It did not. It targeted the 10, so we'll use our machete. Now let's just take that card. A 4 of Swords. We'll play the 7. A 6 of Pentacles. We have to use a 2. We have a Cups card. A 4. Uh-oh. We win. Oh, goodness. The page over on the ace. The snake bodies lie in pieces on the floor. When the hissing finally stops, you survey the scene with a sense of pride in your workmanship. If not for those melee weapons, we would not have won that challenge. Well, we would have used an Arcana. Well, would we? The problem with Arcana, we would have used an Arcana card, and it would have saved us. But you can't use an Arcana card on a trick where you've already placed a card. Guess we'll stick to our left. You hear a mechanism click and see motion at the corner of your eye. A large pendulum swings down into your location at a tremendous rate of speed. Looks like it could cut you in half. You instinctively duck and roll away from the falling blade. A Queen and King of Cups, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, and 2 other Wands cards. So we're probably not drawing any Wands cards up there. Oh, we are. Let's play the king. Immediately win the challenge. And we can also take that 5 with our other king. You tuck into a roll and come up 4 feet away unscathed. Or a fortune. Let's save the game really quick. We're doing very well. Well, we are doing well in the challenges, but we have not yet found the way down. There are several options to get downstairs. There's the staircase we're looking for, but there's also trapdoors and pits. You have triggered a trap, and the ground beneath you suddenly gives way as a hidden trapdoor swings open. Using your quick reflexes and athletic ability, you make a tremendous leap for the edge of the pit. We have a Knight of Cups, a Knight of Wands, a Queen of Pentacles, a Knight of Pentacles. Okay, a good hand. Let's see if we can put it to good use. So we don't want to lose this challenge, so we're immediately going to take the ace with the Knight. We have a swords card. We'll take the 3 of swords with our 4. We have pentacle cards. No reason not to play the queen. Play that on the 2, and we win the challenge. We'll take the 4 with this knight. Take that 3 with our 10, and we win. Taking every card. You quickly pushed off and landed straddling the edge of the pit. You pull yourself up to safety. Dead end. Alright, not this way. Now, we could go down the pit, but it might be just a pit without any exit out of it, in which case we gotta climb back up, and that's a lot tougher to do than you would think without a rope, or maybe as tough as you would think without a rope. We're just as good as climbing up and down a rope as we thought without a rope. So we're just going to... Oh, it's a good chance to climb down. But I know better. We'll leave it alone at the moment. Another pit trap. All right. Well, once again, we power jump. This time, we only have 2 knights in our hand and 1 ace. Okay, we take the 6 with the 10. We take that ace with a 3. We've almost won. And we have an untaken card, so we can always play an Arcana card if we're going to lose. But thankfully, we don't have to make that choice. What is this, by the way? Roll 1 bone and then select X non-face cards in... Oh, we have a card that bumps up all our non-face cards in our hand if we get absolutely garbage for a hand. Okay, that's good to know we have that. But we win without needing to use it. Edge upgrade! Didn't break the game. Okay, so what are we taking? Down here, we should probably... What is this? Why is this not working? At the beginning of any flee, evade, or hide challenge. I guess see the angles is not used in evade traps, only in evade monster. Because we have not seen this, I think, even once for any of the traps we've bumped into so far. We could make the first shotgun blast we use free. Let's claim it for high accuracy. Now, granted, this is probably me going overkill on that, because we do have the bandolier. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, well, there goes our edge upgrade. Thanks! Thanks, Occult Chronicles. Alright, we'll do this again. Power jump. I want to get these traps on the map so I remember that they're here. Of course, this game doesn't use a predetermined seed, so everything is randomized, so there's no guarantee we'll win these challenges this time around. Although hopefully we will. I don't care anymore. This game and its freaking bugs. Alright, power jump again! 3 of Pentacles. Tim, don't sound like that. The viewers don't want to hear that. I'm sorry, everyone. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Okay, we've won this challenge. I lost an edge upgrade, so I'm allowed to be upset. Okay, let's save the game so we don't have to redo those pit traps again. I guess at the end, do I do that at the end of every single encounter because of bugs in the game? I I'd rather not do that. All right, nothing in this room that we see. Now, because we know this pit is here, we can just go ahead and just skirt around it and without actually needing to climb down or avoid the pit trap again. All of this could be one elaborate, long dead end. Another pendulum trap. Let's dodge the blade again. A great hand. Queen of Swords, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Start with the Page of Swords. We can take that with our Queen. No reason not to, and immediately win the challenge. We have a Cups card in our hand. We do, a 7. Take the 2 with that. Hello, King of Pentacles. You can have our Ace. We'll take that 2 with our King, because we're almost out of card draw. We have a King of Pentacles. We do not. We can take our 3 Queen. Take that 9 with our Page and win the challenge. We also might have discovered that we can't use the bandolier, viewer. Should we see if we can? Let's see if we can really quick. Let's go back to the main menu. Hold on. Let me check my weaponry first to make sure that yes, the Remington shotgun needs ammo. So if I do go here. Okay, it worked that time. All right, so let's give it 2 more rounds. All right. We're gonna walk once. Actually, looks like there's a pit or something over here. Let's see what this is. Nothing. Okay. We know this leads nowhere. An alien patrol. Hello, guys. Surprised to see you down here. Let's attack them. We will get ammo from this. We have a okay hand. Not terrible. Have 1 ace. Earn 1 point. Knight of Pentacles. We can do nothing about you. Uh-oh. I have an edge, right? That lets me target pages. No, I can target a 10 and make it a page, but I cannot target a page and make it a knight. Okay, then you can get a 2. Take that page with our Queen. Almost have 1. And now we have... That's 6. Let's use our 4, and we have a lot of played number cards, so the dagger's not likely to target it. It did not. It targeted something else. Probably the King here. Alright, so then we can use our machete. And win that trick. Take that 8 with our 10, and we win. Six bullets. Let's get those added to the bandolier so we can get another script error later. Any secrets down here? Nope, there's a falling rocks trap. You feel your foot hit the tripwire, then hear the rumbling of the rocks as they drop down from the ceiling. A ton of rocks coming down your head could really hurt. You decide to rely on your quick instincts and reflexes to roar out of the way of the falling rocks. So this is we drew 2 aces, so our King here will let us win the challenge just like that. Take the 8 with the 9. Here you go, 7 you can have our ace. Take that 7 with our Queen. If you have any higher, we do have a Knight of Pentacles to take that card. We win. You tuck and roll and come up on your knees away from the pile of rocks that would have entombed you. Okay, so all of this side was a large dead end. We could go downstairs through via a pit, however. Oh, a large dead end. So the staircase leading... Oh, actually, we haven't been up here yet. The staircase leading down was not... Well, I'm gonna... Oh my goodness, Tim, please. If this just leads to more dead ends, then we did not find the staircase that goes down, obviously, on this side of the basement. Which meant all of this was a waste of time. But that's what the basement is. I do not complain about the basement very much, because I like how this encourages you to get down here with time to spare. It is very different, and there's a lot of backtracking. Do we do a pit? Let's do 1 pit. This is your classic dungeon pit trap, as taught to you by your odd instructors at Tomb Raiding 101. You've already sprung the lid mechanism, so you can look down into it and see the bottom. You think you might be able to climb down one of the walls of the pit. It's risky. You might not be able to get back up. You know what, though, game? you robbed me of a edge upgrade. So I'm going to look down that pit, and if I don't like what we see, we're going to pretend we did not look down that pit. I think you owe me that. A fantastic hand for getting down the pit. We've already won the challenge with that king. We have 2 kings and a queen of that suit. Even take the knight. We had 3 kings. The game really wants me to go down this pit. We had 3 kings. Holy crap. You slowly let yourself down the side of the pit, going from handhold to impossible handhold. Just like a comic book hero. It was just a dead end. There was nothing else down here. We could use our crystal ball, but let's try climbing back up. Much tougher to get up. Only 5 tricks. Still a good hand. We have 2 kings. 3 kings. We 3 kings are in my hand. Let's see if we can play a king on a queen. We can. Alright, game's letting me get back up without trouble. You seem to be half spider. Before you know it, you have scampered up the wall and are pulling yourself up onto your feet. Okay, so it wasn't down that pit. Do we dare try another pit? I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Well, I mean, it is going to go somewhere. It's going to go down. But I think it's going to just go down to another dead end. Another little pit room that doesn't have an exit from it. I just want to get away from this one. But realistically, we should always fight them. We draw a great deal of cards, which means victory is... Our chance of victory is greatly increased. And we have won this challenge now. Take that. Flying horror. Alright, we'll try this door. Well, how's the map look? Would suck if it was over on this side. That's happened once. We found like those stairs down pretty much almost directly next to the stairs that went up to the mansion one time. And we beat the game surprisingly in the basement after only spending a few minutes down here. I don't think there's a secret door down here. I think, yeah, just a trap, I think, but we have to walk into the room to give it a search. You look over and see the wire pull the pin from the grenade on the wall next to you. You have seconds to react. You said to trust in your quick reflexes and jump out of the way of the blast. Yeah, that's going to be a better chance. King of Swords takes our 3. Okay. I'm going to play an Arcana card here. So... I'm going to play Judgment to win this challenge. Knight of Pentacles takes our 2. Queen of Pentacles takes our 3. We take that 2 with our page. We take that ace with our 8. We would have won without using that Arcana card. But I wasn't going to risk it. You tuck and roll and cover your head as the grenade detonates, leaving you with a ring in your ears, but no permanent harm. We've, in the past, right before the very final room, I bumped into a grenade trap once, and I drew an instant death card. But we had a Arcana card in your hand that was removed and prevented us from actually taking that instant death. You don't mess around with traps down here. We still need to see if there's a secret door here, so we need to step a little closer to spot one. You discovered a secret door. It blends in almost seamlessly with the cave wall, but your keen senses were still able to detect it. Finding it is one thing. Figuring out how to open it, another. You examine the door and decide that you might be able to figure out how to activate it. I don't even see the door here. I see a rock in front of... like a wall. Is this like the door there? Or is it like a little thing we crawl into? A 7 of Wands. And we have a 7 of Wands. We also have a King of Wands. And we have some pages. Let's just flip cards. We don't need to make a decision about that wand card yet. We take that 7 with our page. Take that 5 with our 10. And we can take that knight with our king, which means then we take that 7 with our 7 and we win. You search around the door for anything of note and quickly zero in on some promising locations. After fiddling around with several bumps and nooks, the mechanism clicks and the door slowly opens. Oh, this could go nowhere. This might not have been a good thing to find. Oh no. I don't like this one. We can throw ourselves into the whirlpool, I think. We can also just try dashing across the rocks. Let's see. Here. If we end up getting swept downstream, we'll end up in a room downstairs, which is not necessarily bad. The rocks are placed strategically across the swift-flowing underground stream. The water is icy cold, and the mist from the waterfall has created a slippery sheen on the stepping stones. You can also see some lichen or moss growing on them. It shouldn't be terribly difficult to cross, but the stones might be slippery. You also note the swirling eddy, where the water from the stream empties down into a subterranean shaft. If you fell in and got sucked down there, you would probably drown. Oh man. Do we want 6 tricks but 12 draw? Or 10 tricks and 7 draw? I think we want 12 draw. You decide to carefully balance yourself across the rocks. Extending your arms out to your sides, you stride forward like a circus performer perched on a tightrope. Well, that's not a good start. We have a Queen of Pentacles. We'll play the 6 on her. Ace of Wands. You can take our page. We can take that 9 with our page and we win the challenge. Ooh, King of Pentacles can take our page. That stinks. We win the challenge all the same. That's easy. With slow and steady steps, you navigate your way across the rocks without falling. Oh, it did lead to the way down. All right, down we go. You see a sealed large door that is controlled by a station of levers. Some of the levers have bright metal handles, while others are topped with ornate carved wooden figures depicting human figures writhing in torment. Oh, that's an awful chance to bypass the levers. So we'll try this one, Perception. You notice some levers have less dust on them than others. You also can't help but notice that somebody has scratched a small series of coated bone-like symbols into the wall next to the door. A secret reminder? Perhaps you can decode the symbols and figure out which levers to pull. 3 of Pentacles is up there. There's no reason to flip it, so we don't have any other Pentacles cards except for a King. So we hope there's a face card up here that we can play that on, instead of playing it on a 3. We don't need Flash of Genius played, not with 2 kings in our hand. Or maybe we do need it. Let's use it. This one. Not a face card, so nothing happened. Oh, then we drew a 6 of Swords. We had to place on that card right then and there. Oh, we didn't find it. Alright then, we fail here. We'll be hit by a trap now. Unless I want to play an Arcana card. I guess we should. We have the one that lets us get a psychic talent, right? That was the moon. Let's play it and win the challenge. You ponder the similarity between the symbols and Ashnak B, which was the written language of a cult of cannibals who worship bone demons and the new Hebrides. What? Hebrides? Hebrides? We'll go with Hebrides. Hebrides? Comparing the bone-like symbols to the system of levers, you discover a pattern and carefully pull them in the correct sequence. You have discovered a trapdoor. It opens easily, and you can see a wooden ladder that leads down to the darkness. Now, so the 3rd floor of the basement, which I remember spending one entire episode searching thoroughly, thinking it was where we needed to go, is nothing but passageways. I think there might be like maybe a handful of rooms down there, but it's just a large empty maze. But there is, I think, the final clue token down there somewhere, which greatly increases your chances to succeed at the final challenge. Like, an unbelievably affects it. Trivializing it in some instances, depending upon, I think, the campaign. I think we've used such a thing once, because I generally never go down to the 3rd floor, now that I know it's a gigantic waste of time. The trapdoor, though, would lead us safely down to it. I don't think there's a staircase that leads down there. There might be. I don't remember. I think we open these doors. I was about to say, and see if the gargoyle face room is in one of them. Okay. This room, every step you take might result in you getting filled with fire. So I think we're going to make a decision to spend our crystal ball. If the game doesn't crash. Alright. Where are you? You're here. We will lose 1 pentacles doing this, so our pentacles become 7, but I still think it's worth it. Let's use it. Okay, there's the final room. So it looks like we want to go to the north, so we want to go this way. You've triggered a trap, and the ground beneath you suddenly gives way as a hidden trapdoor swings open. Using your quick reflex and athletic ability, you make a tremendous leap for the edge of the pit. We only have 5 tricks now down here. This is tougher. We do have 2 kings. Obviously of different suits, so hopefully we can spend them. Uh-oh. Okay, we can. Thankfully, our king can take that queen, and we win the challenge. Even with... Wow! Both queens showed up for the suits that we had kings for. Game, you are being very kind to me. They removed all the rope in the entirety of the house. And the grappling hook, which is another option you can take, which I think comes with additional rope. So, they're pretty confident they can use pit traps to stop us. The aliens have had problems recently gathering tactical intelligence because of the hostile local environment. Looks like they're probably panicking given that their patrol down here was eliminated, and we're about to come up on them. It's slightly easier to do swords challenges now. I feel the +1 card draw is worth more to us than -1 target point. Oh, but there you have it. We are not getting over there from here, it would seem. Let's check this room for secret doors. Okay, there are none. This might go up here. I'm going to assume it won't, and we'll double back and go out this door now. With a dull roar, a column of flame bursts out of the mouth of the devil's head, and you do your best to survive. You react quickly, twisting to the side and taking care not to enter an adjacent square. A king, a queen, and a page, all from different suits. A 7 of cups. We can take that 7 with our page. This is a trap, so we don't really want to fail this. In other words, I'm not going to take too many risks here, or any risks. And it looks like we didn't need to take any, because we are going to win every card, except the last one. We were singed a bit, but no worse for wear. You have triggered a trap. It's a pit trap, and the ground beneath you suddenly gives way as a hidden trapdoor swings open. Come on now. I was teasing earlier when I mentioned that nonsense about pit traps. Oh, okay, let's say, but we might have to play an Arcana card to get past this one. We do not. We have a king to play on that queen, and we win. You quickly pushed off and landed straddling the edge of the pit. You pull yourself up to safety. How much experience points do we have now? 35, my goodness. Might not be the right way, but we're going to go down this path. You can see how useful that oh, we found it! This is the entrance of the UFO. I forgot it's like several big maps. Alright, let's save the game. Just in case we get script error. Now that we made it this far. Alright. Let's do it. The doors of the room swish open and a squad of alien troopers rush in to stop the intruders at all cost. That would be you. Well, we have a great chance to win. Tricks is low, but our draw is high, and our target number is low. You have no choice but to fight these alien troopers and prevail. If you can defeat them and make it to the control panel in the engine room, you should be able to sabotage, disable, or destroy the ship's power core. A knight, a queen, and a knight. All from separate suits. 3 of cups to start. Play the 7 there. 3 of pentacles. We can take that with our... we'll play the 7 and hope we can use the queen on a better target. Take the page with our knight. Take that 5 with our queen. And we win. You fight like a madman and soon have the engine room and all to yourself again. You had better get a move on before more might arrive. We haven't even entered the room. We just got an immediate encounter in the cave outside of it. We're going up and in. You see a strange metal door. No signs of a knob or candle. There is what looks like a control panel next to the door. It looks quite futuristic, but you haven't even seen anything like this in Z Branch. Not its research and development group that they've got all types of strange gadgets and gizmos. Oh, we do not have a good chance at this. You examine the control panel on the side to try and hotwire the alien device. You think you just might be able to pull this one off. Then everyone will have to call you Q, just like you've always wanted. We did start with that toolkit. 1 revealed non-face trick card, bump its value down, -X. Alright, so this is it. We've only got a hand of 6 cards. A knight is our high card. 2s are our lowest. We have no pentacles. So we're not taking any of those cards that we just flipped, which means we will not win this challenge unless we start playing Arcana cards. We can't use any of this here. Only the toolkit. Then we start playing Arcana cards. So we don't need to worry about horror challenges here, I think. Hangman to win the challenge. Just enough, actually. You amaze even yourself sometimes. You have the panel open, are slicing wires and reconnecting doodads in no time. After cracking what is obviously a quantum code, you enter the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just like your luggage. Nice. Once again, that's a little nod, I think, to Spaceballs. Oh, look at this room. I've always liked the very final rooms. I think they look amazing. Yeah, I see them so very rarely, right? I haven't seen this in such a long time. Oh, we're running straight for the control room. There's no reason for us to explore anything, I think. Guess we'll take a quick peek. Yeah, there's no reason to explore. Another door. Alright, well, once again, we will try to hack the control panel. This time we start off rather well. We drew a page of cups. Sorry, we flip a page of cups. We have a queen of cups. We can take that 3 with our 7. Take that 2 with our 3. Uh-oh. Okay, we can take that. We have to. I want to play the 5. Okay, so we need another Arcana card. So we'll play the Lovers. Okay, another door down. Oh, we should have used the toolkit, Tim. You might have earned. Well, we still wouldn't have won. We would have been 1 point short. All right. This must be the panel we need to operate. Let's get over there. The engine core. You see a large glowing machine directly behind a control panel station. The reactor core is your best get. You remember your odd briefings on scavenged alien technology, and you have no doubt that you are in the engine room, and this machine is probably some type of fusion reactor. You focus in on the control panel. You will need to figure out some way to sabotage, disable, or destroy the reactor. You will need to be very careful, though. If you just start pressing buttons, you could get yourself killed, or worse. Or worse yet, set off a thermonuclear reaction. Destroy the control panels. That's better than the doors have been. with one less target number of 12, 6 tricks, and 13 draw. Sorcery against a damage core, that's interesting. Or puzzle it with a 16 target number, 8 tricks, and 11 draw. Destroying it's our best bet with 12 target number. Although we do get 8 tricks with sabotaging it. Maybe we'll try sabotaging it. Even though it's 4 target number higher, we get 2 more tricks. And we have lots of Arcana cards. So realistically, viewer, we have 1. We can just play all Arcana cards here and not worry. Well, right? All we need is 16. That's 2 Arcana cards. We've won. So, it's over. But I like still trying to puzzle it out if I can and play the way we played the game most of the time. Let's read all of these, because I haven't seen this particular encounter in years. So, destroy the control panels. You don't understand any of this alien technology, and quite frankly, you have no desire to even try. Problems like this are best solved the simple way. You figure that if you destroy the control panel and sabotage the ship enough, bad things will happen. If you don't make it out or cause a radiation leak that kills you, well, at least you've shown these alien bastards that they shouldn't mess with humans and the odd. Use sorcery. You feel very uneasy about using sorcery here. It might just breach what engineers call a containment field, and that could spell instant death for you. You think it's worth the risk, though. If you can melt a lot of the controls and damage the core, then this saucer isn't going anywhere until the follow-up odd assault team arrives. You just hope the section director is smart enough to send a team if you don't manage to make it back. Sabotage the reactor. You think you have a chance to analyze the schematics on the control panels and overload the power core. It won't be easy. This type of thing is just up your alley. And finally, Shotgun Blast. Oh, Shotgun Blast is the best! 11 targets, 7 tricks, and 8 draw? We should Shotgun Blast. Single tap or double tap. It's all the same, really. Don't worry about aiming all that much and just stay focused and go for the center of mass. Or maybe we should puzzle? 7 tricks, 8 draw, 11 target number. It is the best, so we'll take out the shotgun. But then again, it could be fun to sabotage. Let's sabotage. Let's do it. Oh, wow, look at that. All right, so we have a queen. I'm sorry, king in our hand to take that queen as well. Okay, so first off, Flash of Genius. I can't believe we started with the toolkit for the doors to this station and Flash of Genius to help us here at the very final challenge. With an edge that lets us scry cards, which doesn't seem to work as well as advertised. But still, our character started with the things that we're using right now to help us win this. That's pretty rare for this game. I like it. Alright. We'll earn only 2 points, though, from it. Well, so much for our genius, but we still flip over the page. Alright. We play the king on the queen. And we've almost won. We can take that 7 with the 9. And let's flip over more cards. Oh, what does this do? Roll 1 bonus, select a face card in hand, and swap it with any played card to take a trick, regardless of suit. I think... Oh. Can we... So, if I flip... Let's flip over the other card. A 6. So, I'll play the 5 on the... Actually, let's try... no, I can't flip over this page yet. Alright, I'll play the 5 on the 6. I'll flip the page. And let's try using Lure of Quillpoth. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna pick our knight and select... Oh, it has to be it has to be a chosen card. Okay, so I have to select the 5. And replace that 1 card with it. Okay, then we drew a bunch more cards, including a King of Cups. We didn't have that before. But we still have to play this 4 on the page. Non-face trick cards and bump their values down. Alright, so we'll play the 4 on the page. Flip over another 4 of wands. Play the 6 on it. And we have won the challenge now. We'll take that ace with our king. We take that... we can play the 8 there. And then we can use Thoughts Acquire Speed. 4 revealed non-face trick cards and bump their values down. So we can select the 9, the 7. That doesn't really matter. A 6 and a 6. Let's just take that card. And we drew a 5. We can play that on the 2. And that does it, viewer. Didn't even need to use one of our Arcana cards here at the very end. We could have, but we didn't need to. Yes, you're that smart. Struggle at first to make sense of the alien language and symbols, but then it all falls into place. You identified the primary cooling pumps and shut them down. Just to make sure, you overlord several of the fusion bottle containment fields and lock the panel down with an order from the central processor to calculate the value of pi. It's only logical. Case closed. You barely manage to make it out of the front door before the plasma ball erupts from under the house's foundation and a huge mushroom cloud lifts upward. After you report to Odd HQ, you're going to ask for a transfer somewhere quiet. Maybe that field station in Roswell. Alright everyone, we did it! Today's also August 31st, and it's almost 9 p.m. So I got this Occult Chronicles run done just before September rolled in. Oh, I'm so glad we finished another one of these. I like this game, despite all of my complaints. And I would ramble on for probably an hour about all the things I would want to tweak with it. Alas, we've already covered that sort of thing in my review a few years ago. So, no more babbling for us. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun to play through it. Despite errors. Script error right there at the very end. Screw you, game. Taking away my edge upgrade. Thankfully, we didn't have to cheat ourselves to make up for it. I guess the game was trying to stop us any way possible, since our character felt pretty much invincible right at the very end. Plenty of Arcana cards, good stats, lots of talismans. We didn't have any trouble. Also got lucky, going more or less the right way from the beginning, and also checking to make sure there was a secret door down that passage in the basement. How many times have I just turned around and walked away not seeing something when I had first started playing this game? That's a mistake. Anyway, we did it, guys. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you next game. Time for me to begin recording Consuming Shadow, so that's ready to go. I'll hopefully see you guys over there. Take care, everyone, and thanks for watching.